Hello, my beautiful people. Hello, Shujas. Hello, and welcome back yet again to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to share with you actually what we call a 5 killer strategy. It is a strategy that I'm using, and it is also a strategy that is incorporated in my MT4 using different softwares that I was gifted and also bought some from my mentor who actually wanted me also to be successful. Today is actually a Shuja day, and today is my birthday, and today a Shuja like me was actually brought in this world. So today I didn't actually had a lot of time doing some stuff, but I just had to go and have a nice rest so that I can come in and share with you guys of a system that it is of a system that is helping me make good decisions on this forex market, and also share with you on how I am becoming or on how I am making it good this forex market, because all of us are here to make money. All of us are here to do create stuff with what we learn each and every day. I'm going just to share my screen right away. Going to share my screen right away. Going to share my screen right away. Right. Just going to share my screen right away. That's sharing my screen right away. Yes, I'm going to share my screen. This is my screen. This is actually this is actually a plain chart without any software that is installed in yet. As you can see, it is a plain chart of it is a plain chart of USDJPY. All right, it is a plain chart of USDJPY. I also have some pairs. This is my watch list where I now see which pairs I trade each and every single day. They are down here, and this is a chart that I am I'm not in this particular trade yet, but I'm in a trade right now that is running. It's called UR odd. You can see I am having some blues, positive blues. This is actually a pip count, but on my plane, on the plane chart, you don't have what you've just seen right there. So on this particular chart, I'm going to actually show you some good incorporated software that are helping me make all the work easy, instead of me coming in and trying to pull out a trend line like that, put it somewhere like here. Okay, instead of me coming in and drawing in these particular levels of support and resistance levels, instead of me coming doing all this work of actually putting in the support and resistance levels, the system does it for me. All right, the system does it for me. It is just for me to go and press a particular software and then actually install it on these charts so that it can do all the work for me. It does the drawings for me, instead of me going here and putting in all the work. Actually, I work smart by just going over that particular software and installing it right away in my trading account, instead of me also coming in and trying to pull out a trend line like this because the market is trending to the upside. I actually go into the system, and the system does all the work for me by actually drawing the trend lines for me, instead of me coming in and trying to figure out where the channel is, or yeah, and trying to figure out where the channel is and draw a channel in my uh, MT4 like that one. Actually, the system does all the work for me by drawing the channels that I need at that particular time to deduce what is going on that particular market, which are the best points for me to actually enter the market, instead of also finding those particular zones which we call the supply and demand zones, which are the best places in the market for you actually to gain some good momentum and will also make some good money on that particular day. Like if you can see a week like this, you know this is either a supply, this is a supply and demand zone. We can see also another supply and demand zone where this particular level is. You can see also another supply and demand zone somewhere up there. Instead of you coming in and trying to figure out how to draw support, the supply and demand zone, the system does all the work for you. Also, we have what you call pip count. The pip count does all the mathematical needed for you to actually know how many pips are you, if they are negative or positive. What you will see is that it is a pip count that actually shows you how many pips you are up or down in this particular market. So let me share with you a chart that has all those particular things that I've shown you. First of all, I have so many softwares that are have not yet installed on this particular chart, but I like only five. Uh, I like five of them, which are actually making good work for me. Right now, you can see I'm up positive 305 pips. Those are good amount of pips on EUR order alone. I'm not trading any currency right, any other currency right now instead of the EUR or actually the European dollar versus the Australian dollar. Okay, the European uh, currency versus the Australian currency. So what you can see right now, it is what you call fluctuation. The market is moving up and down, up and down. You will see the numbers going up, the numbers going down, the numbers going up, and the numbers going down. That is what we call fluctuation in the market. As you can see, this particular candle is either weakening. On my 1 hour chart, you can see the candle here is weakening. Right now is a good time for me actually to close some profit or even all of it, and also only leave one running. Actually collected some profit. I'm in some little profit where you can see that this particular candle is weakening. That's why you're seeing this fluctuation in the market. You have reached a particular zone somewhere here on the 1 hour chart. But if you go to the 30-minute chart, you will see the zone actually is immense, and also we are having a level where the market has reached and it has decided to actually turn from. So right here you can see so many things in this particular chart. I actually call them the 5 killer strategy. This is a 5 killer strategy. You have 5 good uh, softwares that I have installed here that shows me when the market is turning or where we have a zone and we need actually to take some profit, or now it is the best place for us now to enter the market and make some good money. Actually, I normally use the 4 hour chart to make the decision, but on my 1 hour chart is where I pull my triggers. On the 1 hour chart is where I pull my triggers, and on my 30 minutes chart is where I collect some profit out of it. When you see on my sorry, I want to introduce to you those particular softwares that I installed here. One of them is a zonal software which has the blue. Okay, you can see this blue. This is a zone area. Okay, this is a supply and demand zone, and also we are having this red colored area. This is also a supply and demand zone where we are having a, this is actually a bullish supply and demand zone, and only sorry, this is a bearish support and demand supply and demand zone, and this is a bullish supply and demand zone. Once price move away from this particular blue line and you see like a candle which is operating from that particular area is bigger, you know now it is time for you to either buy the market and make your money up side. When you see the market reaching this particular supply and demand bearish zone, you know now it is the time for you to sell the market and make money out of this particular supply and demand zone. For me, what I do, I trade from zone to zone. Once I'm buying this market, I will buy it from this particular zone up to this particular red zone. When I'm selling the market, I will sell this market from this particular zone to either come to this particular zone. If any zone is formed between, I will take uh, my profit one from that particular zone, and as I continue going down. So these are zones. The blue colored area, that is a bullish supply and demand zone. The red colored area, that is a bearish supply and demand zone. So that is number one. That is number one software that I've installed on this particular uh, interface, or my trading interface. The next uh, software that is dear to me, it is these particular arrows that you're seeing right here. The red arrow, the the blue arrows, those arrows that you're seeing right here. These red arrows that you're seeing here, it is an arrow pointing down, right? When I see an arrow pointing down, especially in my supply and demand zone, I know it is the best area for me now to go ahead and do what you call sell position. I place in a sell position. As you can see, you are all right now. I'm in a sell position. I sold it once I saw this particular candle closing. I Once I saw this particular candle starting from this particular dotted green line, it was now my time for me to sell. I sold it somewhere right here once it closed below, and I am in this particular trade by using this particular white candle that you're seeing there, and I'm in profit. So I'm holding this trade. This one trade that has remained, I will hold it until I take my profit one right here on my daily support. And once I cross this daily support, I will also drive this market down until I reach my blue zone that you're seeing right here. So that is indicator number two. Those arrows, they are called ADX. Okay, you can't find ADX on your on your trading view, or I don't know if they are there yet, because I'm not on a paid subscription kind of a thing. So I don't know if they're there. If they're there, they're there, of which I don't know. By my ADX is right here. I don't have to go and actually pull in an ADX from anywhere, but I have a system that has put in all the ADXs for me and all the good levels that are there. When I see red ADX pointing to the downside, it's time for me now to sell the market from this particular zone. And when I see those blue particular ADX coming from my blue zone, I know it is time for me now to either buy the market at a good position. That is my indicator number two. All right, we are now on indicator number three. That's why I call it a 5 killer strategy. All right, I have 5 indicators in the market, and when I see those particular uh, indicators corresponding to my daily routine of price action, it is now time for me to enter the markets and profit out of that particular market. So my number three indicator is what we call this channel. Okay, you can see a channel right here, and it is pointing actually to the upside. We are in an uptrend. All right, and also we are in a channel that is, the price is moving to the upside. The price came here, went up, came down, went up, came down, went up. The same thing happening and the same thing happening. So how do I enter this market when price is operating on this particular channel, right? When I see price up on top of this particular line on this particular channel, I know once I see a candle like this coming down, I will wait. Okay, I will wait until I see another candle that is like this, and I enter the market. Once I enter the market, I will be trading this market up to this particular area, and once I see a reversal candle at this particular area, it is now time for me to enter the market and pull it to the upside. But the good thing is this, okay, this is the juicy part of this particular trend line that you're seeing right here. Once price pull away from this particular uh, area, obviously the next candle that is going to open, if it is a bearish candle, then the third candle will always be a bearish candle. And once I see a trigger of this ADX, I will set the market right away and make profit up to this particular channel. Once I see a candle close in, I get out of the market and wait to see how the next candle behaves in that particular market until I reach this particular dotted line. This will be my take profit one. Then once the price crosses above this particular dotted line and closes above it, I will enter the market on the second candle and make profit up to this particular uh, line right here. Once I see the price hasn't crossed above that particular line, I will sell that particular market until I reach this dotted line as my take profit one, and this uh, continuous line as my take profit two. Same thing that you're seeing here. I entered this market when this candle closed below. All right. I waited for this candle actually to see what will happen with it. It pushed down. I entered the market on this dotted green line that you're seeing right here. The next candle I was in, I was taking this particular candle to the downside. If it closes below this particular continuous line right here, I will continue pulling the market until I reach this blue line here. That is the trick that I use in this particular market. So that is indicator number 4. Indicator number 5 is what we call now the support and resistance levels. I don't have to go actually into the market and draw the support and resistance levels. I actually go to my software and pull it out, and it will draw the the support and resistance levels for me. As you can see, this is my daily support line, this continuous line. So I will be taking profit on this continuous daily support line. If the market crosses below this particular line, I will be taking it down to this area. But as the market continues going down, we'll actually see other support and resistance line coming in play, where now you will be able to make decisions of either if you want to take some profit or trade your way down to this particular area. You can see also I have a dotted uh, line here. Okay, it is a blue one. Also, it is a these blue lines are actually support and resistance line, but this one is a daily support and resistance line on my 4-hour chart. But this dotted line is my 4-hour support and resistance line. And also we are having this red line, which are my sorry, these are support lines. Okay, these blue lines are the support lines, and these red line are my resistance lines. Okay, this is my 4-hour resistance line, and the dotted line is actually my weekly resistance line. So I know when the price is or approaching my weekly line, it is hard for it to actually break that particular level because it is on a weekly chart. Okay, as you can see, prices came, tried to break out of this particular area, but it couldn't. It was just pushed down. The same thing happened. The market was pushed down. The same thing happened. The market was pushed down, which means that this area right here that you're seeing is a good area of resistance, whereby once the market reaches at that particular point, the market will obviously turn to the downside, right? It may turn to the downside or it may continue going up compared to a price action that will happen at that particular area. As you can see here, once the market was approaching this particular trend line right here, the market, yet it came with a bigger candle, it started weakening by forming smaller candles. And what we saw right happening, it was a white candle that was coming out of that particular area. First of all, we had the market reaching this particular trend line. Second thing, we had an ADX candle operating on the same area. The third thing, it was coming from a zonal area. And the fourth thing, it was actually operating on, sorry, yeah, the fourth thing, it was actually operating on my trend lines, which you are seeing the 4-hour and the weekly support. Once you see two actually support and resistance line operating at the same area, you know that that place is actually maybe a zone. Okay, a zone is about to form. So we can see supply and demand area, but a very supply and demand area happening at that particular point. So you enter the market, your stop loss will actually be above this particular area right here, because that is where we're having our zone. If it breaks, we'll make some losses out of it, but if it goes to the direction that you have predicted, now you'll be able to make good money each and every single day. So going to what we call GBP, CAD JPY. Okay, I was in this trade. Actually, I entered around on this particular pin bar right here. I made some money until this particular candle had to close on this particular daily resistance line. Once I saw that the candle were weakening, I got out of that particular market. But what you can see right now is it has moved yet from the supply and demand zone going to another supply and demand zone, of which it has already happened right now. So we can see if you operate using that particular system each and every single day, you'll be actually good, making money each and every single day. It is a system that is helping me, though I'm not always relying on this particular system. Okay, I have traded using this particular system making money, but I always consider what you call price action. Price action is key. Once you see, like, let's say, uh, uh, uh sorry, let us use this scenario right here. Once you see like a candle coming away from this particular trend line, but it is a bullish candle like this one, okay, it went touched, it couldn't close down, all right, it pulled back, it closed somewhere here, and you see your supply and demand uh, bullish zone forming. You will wait and actually see how the next candle will play out. This next candle, if it opens, you buy it. Once you buy a, yes, you will be pulled down, but your stop loss will be here. All right, your stop loss will be here. And once the market fluctuates, yes, if you are a newbie, you'll get out of the market because you may say that now the market is coming to stop you out, of which it didn't stop you out once your stop loss was somewhere right here. If your stop loss was like somewhere right here, the market didn't stop you. It came, it tried playing with you, then it went into the direction that you wanted. The first thing that it did, it gave you this blue arrow. It was moving from this zone. You stayed into the market, you took your profit right on this dotted uh, middle trend line, which made you some profit. Now your take profit two was actually either if it reached this particular daily support area, and your take profit two was three was here, your four will be actually on that particular zone operating up there. The same thing when it happens. Right now, it's a good time for you just to relax. Okay, if you made your some of your profit once this particular market reached here, it is now time for you to relax because the market right now is operating from a weekly resistance line, which you don't want to get into this particular trade once it reaches this particular weekly resistance line. The same thing is another thing is that is operating from this particular bearish zone, which you don't want to get in by pulling up in a buying order. Just need to wait, see what will happen if we have a bearish candle of, moving from this particular uh, zone and coming down. It is now time for you to sell the market and put your stop loss around somewhere here. Okay, you just wait and see. Right now you're not into the trade, you're just waiting and see what will happen. Once you see a bearish candle operating from this particular zone right here, it will be a good time for you to now buy the market, right? It will now be a good time for you to buy the market. You can see the same thing happening on GBP, JPY, the same thing, the same process. Okay, you can see once it reached this particular area, it turned down, it came, did the same thing. You can see a zone, a bearish zone right on this particular level right here. There are so many dotted red lines, which you can see that we are having a daily resistance line, we have a 1 hour resistance line, we have our 4 hour resistance line. So this particular area, it will be actually difficult for the market to pull itself to the upside, but it will be so easy for the market to go back down. So we'll wait and see. Like here we can see the market using this particular bigger candle pushed inside this particular zone area. It couldn't close inside, it couldn't close outside of this particular trend line, but it closed inside of this particular trend line. You're seeing a bearish candle moving out of that particular level and coming down. So we wait and see if this particular candle closes in. We will be trading this particular pair until we reach this particular middle trend line. So that is my system that I use each and every single day to make some good profits on this particular market. And I'm glad that you guys tuned in and are able to see what I do each and every single day. If you want this system, actually, it will cost you some money, right? It costs you some money. It will cost you some money for you to install this particular system. But once you join Pioneer Global FX as a student, right, will actually install this particular system on your MetaTrader 4, and you will be lucky. Okay, you'll be the luckiest guy or the luckiest lady out here, and you will see how this particular system will work for you. If it is working for me, it will also work for you. So you don't have actually to know how many pips you are down, but the system will only calculate the pips for you. Now you know you are in positive 102, positive 100, positive 99. You're just holding on that particular trade because this particular trade actually may give us good returns. You see, if this particular candle closes below this particular area, we will be waiting for the market to come up to that particular area right there. So you don't have to actually count the pips by yourself. The system counts it for you. If you are in the loss, you know how many losses you are in. If you're in the positive, if you made the wrong decision or enter the market early on a pullback, you will see the losses that you are in. But you have entered the trigger. If you pull the trigger at the right particular point, you will see your positive uh, happening very quick. So that's it all for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you on the next episode starting tomorrow. Thank you very much, and peace. Thank you very much, and peace.